Well, there's one of those Maserati SUVs. I don't know how I feel about the trend of sports car companies making SUVs and vans now. I guess that means Ferrari and Lamborghini are next to the semi-truck market. Well, I am just out driving a little bit today. I'm still seeing if any ABS module codes come back and stuff like that. I'm gonna go stop by LMS and see if they can give me any guidance on specifically which parts I may or may not need for the fuel pump work, fuel system work. I also need to hit up the bank. I'm gonna get a haircut, and there's some other errand I'm gonna try to do today. It's a beautiful day for it. All right, so there's a guy over here that always drives an M car or something cool, right on the right side of this brick building. What's he got today? A Prius! Oh, E65 7 Series, that's too bad.
A tale that I could tell you. I tell it.
I don't believe I've ever watered in October, but I'm open for anything. It's really dry and crusty, and mowing yesterday was like mowing in the Great Dust Storm, or Great Dust Bowl. What do they call that in the 30s? So I'm gonna do about an hour or two here before the sun sets. I know it's probably not the best time of day. It sits moist overnight, promotes fungus, but the sun will be out tomorrow and it'll dry it off. So we had all these leaves off yesterday. It's not as bad as when I did it last Tuesday and came up, looked at it on Wednesday, but they're still coming down, such as fall. I got the parts ordered for the M5, the fuel pump, the line, the vent hose, the hardware, the cap, the gasket, and the other pump, the transfer pump. It isn't really a pump, it's this hose thing, and it was replaced in 2008, but it's done more miles since then than it did from new to 2008. So if the tank's coming out, I'm just going to replace everything in it and everything that would require future removal of the tank. So a huge thanks to FCP Euro for working with me on this. I'm greatly appreciative of that, and I look forward to getting the parts and doing a video about it. I hit the bank today, I got a haircut, I picked up a pie and some cookies at the grocery store and took them down to my mom's mom in Silver Lake and hung out with her for a bit, surprised her with that. That was fun. I came back here, did the parts, and it's just way too beautiful of an evening to go inside and sit and work on the computer as I usually would this time of day. It's warm, it's like 80, totally clear, there hasn't been any clouds up there all day. There was just a huge hot air balloon that you saw over there. I was on the phone, so I didn't narrate. Tomorrow's now supposed to be cloudy, so I don't know if my little sun trick in the morning is going to help the lawn or not. We'll just go with it. Kennan's still eating and stuff. It'd be a great night for a bike ride or a hike, but the sun's low and I don't have that much time. Good morning, it is 12:04. You thought you knew all the problems with the car, so did I, but it turns out there's always more. So I go out tonight, I don't remember what I was doing. Oh, I plugged in INPA and I wanted to check and see if any of those ABS module codes had come back. So I plugged that in, read the ABS module. The ABS module is clean. That's great. I drove it 40, 50 miles today. Nothing, no new codes on the ABS module. Then I thought, well, I'll check the DME, see if there's anything in the check engine department. And I got 4 codes. I got EPROM errors, I got Lambda sensor issues. We got all kinds of crap. So then I started the car. It's like, what the hell is this? The light wasn't on, was it? So I start the car, idles at like 100 RPM to 200 RPM. And then you can hear the flywheel banging around until I press the clutch and it doesn't want to idle. It barely started, it would not idle. So I was thinking, okay, the fuel pump's dead, or the junction broke open and we're not getting fuel to the engine. An engine only needs fuel, oxygen, and heat, right? Those are the 3 things that make an internal combustion work. It's got to breathe, it's got to get fuel, and it's got to get spark. So I got under the car and I looked, and it's still the very slow drip. I could see a tiny little puddle of where it had been since I turned it off. I could not figure out what was going on with it. So I get into the hood, I'm Googling these code about the Lambda 1 and Lambda 2, and it's like, check your MAFs. So I unplug the MAFs, and as soon as I do that, the idle goes back to normal. So when you do that, it kind of goes with a different software program that assumes all values to be a normal, safe range of values in terms of air and all kinds of different values. And it was okay. And then I plugged it back in and it sputtered and wants to die again. So the maths that are in here, I looked up my spreadsheet. They were replaced in June of 03, August of 03, 2 months apart, and then I did them in December of 2013. So it's been about 15,000 miles and almost 4 years. They should last longer than that. I put Bosch ones in. Bosch is the OE, it's an OE part. So I went down in the basement and I got my old ones. The ones from June or from August 2003, and I put those in. The car drives fine. So these 2013 15,000 mile Bosch maths are bad. So I went to FCP, they're sending me new ones. We're gonna put new ones in and that'll fix that problem. Every freaking day, it's several $100s of parts that are just shitting the bed on me. I'm really sick of it. Thankfully, this one isn't crazy expensive and it's very easy to get to. If I know how to open the hood and turn a screwdriver, I can replace these things in 30 seconds. But I'm really wearing thin. I'm really wearing thin on this. So that's the update. I cut the grass today. Kenan came over tonight. We got his fog lights, rear fogs working in his M5. That video is ready to go live. Battery lights on the camera is flashing and it is time for bed. So I'm gonna go sleep and hopefully nothing else breaks tomorrow. And we'll talk on Wednesday hump day. Good night.